8:21 is our time, and we're pulling back the curtain on one of the fastest growing real estate scams in America. And it's happening right here in New Jersey. It's called home title theft. You may have heard the commercials for it, but it's something a lot of people are not paying attention to, and they need to. It could mean somebody takes ownership of your home, something you've counted on your whole life to retire and not worry about. You don't even know about it till it's too late. The worst part, it can happen in just a few clicks. Most homeowners don't find out until well beyond the time they could do something about it. Joining us today are two men from very different sides of the law. Matthew Cox is a former cyber con artist who once ran one of the largest home title fraud schemes in the nation. And Tom Simon, a former FBI agent who spent his career chasing down white collar criminals like Matt. Together, they're here to warn New Jersey homeowners about how home title theft really works, how to spot the warning signs, and what you can do to protect yourself. Matt, good morning, and good morning to both of you. And first off, when we've seen the commercials for LifeLock, I've seen them, seen the commercials, and heard. With all due respect, Matt, your voice gets annoying on that commercial. I'm just going to let you know. and they don't even know about it. I'm like, oh my God, I want to get this guy in jail. Let's start with you. In simple terms, what is home title theft, and how did you pull it off, and how many times did you pull it off?
Well, it's a crime that goes. It's a crime that doesn't get nearly enough attention, and basically, it's me or some criminal driving through your neighborhood, finding your house, deciding that they're going to transfer the deed to your house into their name, one of their accomplices' names, a synthetic identity's name, and either sell your house or borrow against your house. And it's done very easily.
And
And
at
that's
one
that's
point,
what's
I was going to say, Matt, if I may, you used to have to go down to the county clerk's office, but now they could do this online. Is that correct?
Oh, it's much easier now than when I was doing it. You can sit in your local coffee shop and go and take your computer. You can go online, search public records, find someone's deed, type up a new deed, and then record that deed all while sitting there drinking your coffee. You can open up a bank account. You can schedule a closing. You can do all of this. What took me weeks to set up, it now can be set up within hours, and it's much easier.
That is terrifying. That is terrifying. And over to Tom from the law enforcement side. Tom was with the FBI at the time. And Tom, how big a threat do you think this is today? And are you seeing more cases from our state here in New Jersey?
Absolutely. This is happening nationwide across the country. In fact, the FBI just busted a lady named Zena Thomas who ran a nonprofit ostensibly to help low income people who were behind on their property taxes. But instead of helping these poor people, Zena filed fraudulent deeds transferring property ownership to fake names, and then she just sold the houses out from under these poor people who needed her help. This is happening everywhere, and it is a huge crime problem.
And it's that I guess lawmakers, for whatever reason, made this easier by making it something we could do online. You have home title lock that you're with now. And is it that the lawmakers need to catch up and wake up and realize this is not something that should be done or so easy online? I mean, why not require a notary public stamp and identification and things like that?
In all fairness, they do require a notary stamp, but that's very easily faked. You can go to Home Depot tomorrow, or Office Depot rather, and buy one. But by statute, county clerks are not tasked with investigating the validity of a title transfer. Their job is simply to record the deed, whether it's valid or not.
That's amazing. So there is no safety in place, and you would think that, home title lock. You've been warning people about this, and you would think that lawmakers would say, hey, you know what? Let's add a speed bump in the road to slow this down so it's not so easy. Do we have any stats? In fact, let's go back to Matt. Do we have any stats? Do you know of any stats about how many of these are happening a year?
Well, the problem is it's underreported, and it's not reported correctly because there is no actual law specifically designated to charge someone with title theft. What they charge you with is wire fraud, bank fraud, financial institution fraud, mail fraud. There's a number of charges, so it's almost impossible to track them. And as far as the public records, I wanted to mention that there's over 3,500 county public records Do you think that you're going to get over 3,500 groups of politicians to agree to correct this problem? It's just not something that's going to be correctable. It's not a federal problem. It's a county problem. And you see what I'm saying? There's so many issues with this crime, and law enforcement often it'll get reported, and law enforcement a lot of times they don't understand it and they don't want to deal with it, so they say, hey, this sounds like a civil issue, not a criminal issue, when it is absolutely criminal.
100%. In fact, I'm on your website right now. I'm looking at it. It's for anybody who wants to check it out. It's hometitlelock.com, hometitlelock.com. And you should check this out. So the way Home Title Lock works is what? When somebody tries to get a fake deed or whatever to take over your house, you're alerted at that point. So explain how that works.
I'm happy to.
Uh,
You want this one?
Go
Yeah, do
ahead.
you want to take it, Tom?
No, go ahead, Tom.
It's a two-pronged process. There's the notification process where Home Title Lock is monitoring the status of your title. So if it's transferred out of your name or a lien is put on it, you're going to be notified. But then it's like having two goalies in a hockey game. And then what happens is if the bad guy is able to change the title of your home before you're able to act upon it, there's a restoration team that reverses that and then alerts law enforcement so they can make the case.
Okay, so the idea is to try to at least get the alert and cut them off at the pass.
Yeah.
But it's frightening at how simple this is. It's again just a case of the criminals outsmarting the system and not paying attention. In the event that it does move forward, how do you folks, in fact, and we'll go back to Matt on this one, how does Home Title Lock help facilitate say once the deed goes through? I mean, if it goes through, are they kind of screwed at that point? What happens?
Well, what happens is Home Title Lock is willing to spend up to $1 million on legal fees in order to correct the problem. Because let's face it, if someone told you that your home title had been transferred or someone had borrowed money against your house, I mean, that's great, but you don't really know what to do. You're not a real estate attorney. So they'll actually go out of their way and they'll correct the problem. That's to me the huge selling point of this product. This is the type of product that would have stopped me in my tracks. The notification for a criminal is terrifying. The great thing about this crime for someone like myself is that I was able to wreak havoc for months and months and months before the homeowner was ever even notified that I'd done anything. And this stops that immediately.
And you spent over a decade in prison for this, right?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
But not everybody is rehabilitated in that time. So you spent that time thinking about how you could come out of this on the positive side, and how smart that you're able to get involved in helping other people. You can make it your income by helping other people not get. I mean, this is usually everybody's biggest investment is their home. And
Yeah.
especially older people, they go to retire. They don't want to worry about this. This should be something they paid into 20, 30 years so they could just relax in their retirement and not worry about it. And it's terrifying that it's just so easy, especially online today, to just have a couple of clicks and immediately, boom, take over. If somebody's watching right now, they want to check if their title's been tampered with, what's the first thing they should do today to protect themselves? Matt,
I
we'll
think
go
they
to you.
should go to
Tom.
Home Title Lock. I'm sorry again, Matt. HomeTitleLock.com is certainly would be my first stop. If you own a property and you aren't monitoring the status of your title, you're a potential victim.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And like I said, I'm on the site right now. You have me terrified. That's the deal. So I own one property, not the one I'm sitting in right now, but I will be taking part in hometitlelock.com. So check your website. You'll see my name in a little bit. Hometitlelock.com is the website. You get more information, find out how you could protect your most important investment in your life, your home. Matthew Cox, Tom Simon, please come back again. This is just too important a situation that people are not paying attention to. And I guarantee, I'm sure you know this already. If I were to talk to 100 friends, 100 out of 100 would say, huh? What are you talking about? And not even realize that they are about to be the victims of crime. And it could be just devastating for their lives. Thank you both for joining us this morning. It's great to have you on.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
You bet.